Ladies and gentlemen, look at this man. This isn't a castaway from Survivor. This is a Manchester United fan. And on Tuesday night against West Ham, he might finally see a pair of scissors for the first time in 493 days. 493 days. That's how long Frank Ilett has been walking around, looking like he's been stranded on a deserted island. Not by choice, not for charity, not for some noble cause, but because Manchester United cannot win 5 competitive matches in a row. 4 wins? Sure, 3 wins? Easy enough. But that 5th win? That's where dreams go to die at Old Trafford. And for nearly 17 months, Frank has been the walking, talking, increasingly hairy reminder of just how broken Manchester United have been. But here's where it gets interesting. Michael Carrick has just led United to 4 consecutive victories, 4 wins, including victories over Manchester City, Arsenal, and Tottenham. 1 more win against West Ham on Tuesday, and Frank finally gets his hair cut. 1 more win, and the curse is broken. But if you know anything about Manchester United, you know this is exactly when things go wrong. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this haircut bet has become a symbol of everything wrong with post-Ferguson United. You'll see the 4 wins that got Frank to the brink, and you will discover why Tuesday's match against West Ham is the most dangerous game of the season. But first, subscribe to Cyberboot right now, because we're about to break down the most entertaining curse in football. And trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. Let's dive in. Before we talk about the current situation, you need to understand who Frank Ilett is and why he made this absolutely insane promise. Frank is known online as TheUnitedStrand. He's a prominent Manchester United fan, content creator, die-hard supporter. And on October 5th, 2024, he made a vow that would change his life for the next year and a half. He declared, "I will not cut my hair until Manchester United win 5 competitive games in a row." Simple enough, right? United are a massive club. They've got talented players. Surely winning 5 in a row would take a few weeks, maybe a month at most. Frank thought this would be a fun little challenge, a way to hold the club accountable, a lighthearted bet that would be over by Christmas. He was catastrophically wrong. Because here's the timeline. Start date, October 5th, 2024. Current date, February 9th, 2026. Time passed, 493 days, nearly 17 months without a haircut. His hair is now massive. He genuinely looks like a caveman. And he has become a viral symbol of Manchester United's complete inability to build any kind of sustained momentum. Until now, because Michael Carrick has just delivered 4 consecutive wins. And suddenly, Frank is 1 victory away from finally seeing a barber again. But before we get to that, we need to answer one critical question. When was the last time Manchester United actually won 5 games in a row? You might be thinking, surely 5 wins in a row is not that hard for a club like Manchester United. Well, let's check the history books. The date, February 18th, 2024. The manager, Erik ten Hag. The context, Rasmus Højlund had just scored in his 6th consecutive game. United were on a roll. The streak, they beat Newport County in the FA Cup, then Wolves, then West Ham, then Aston Villa, then Luton Town. 5 consecutive victories, the last time it happened. And then what happened? On February 24th, 2024, just 6 days after completing the streak, United lost at home to Fulham. The momentum evaporated instantly. And here's the brutal detail for Frank. He started his challenge in October 2024, which means he missed the last 5-game winning streak by 8 months. He has literally never witnessed a 5-game winning run since he put the razor down. Think about that. For 493 days, Frank has watched United come close, get to 3 wins, get to 4 wins, and then collapse spectacularly against a team they should beat comfortably. This is the curse. This is why his hair keeps growing. This is why he's become the perfect symbol of post-Ferguson Manchester United. Inconsistency personified. But then Michael Carrick arrived, and everything changed. Let's break down exactly how Frank got to the doorstep of a haircut. Because the 4-game winning streak under Carrick isn't just about the results. It's about who United have beaten and how they've done it. Win number 1, Manchester United 2-0 Manchester City date, January 17th, 2026. Just days after Michael Carrick took charge, Manchester United hosted Manchester City at Old Trafford. And they didn't just win, they dominated. Brian Mbeumo, a key signing in this era, opened the scoring. Patrick Dorgu sealed it, a 2-0 victory against the champions. This wasn't lucky, this was tactical. Carrick implemented his system immediately, and it worked. The relationism clusters, the tight passing networks, the defensive solidity. City couldn't break United down, and United punished them on the counter. This was the spark, the statement. The moment United fans started believing that maybe, just maybe, this time would be different. Frank's hair got a little longer, but hope started creeping in. Win number 2, Arsenal 2-3, Manchester United, Date, January 25th, 2026. United traveled to the Emirates. Arsenal top of the table. Intimidating atmosphere, hostile crowd. And United won a chaotic thriller. Arsenal fought back. The match swung back and forth. It looked like it might end in a draw, but in the 86th minute, Matheus Cunha scored the winner after a brilliant assist from Kobbie Mainoo. United had won at the Emirates, against the league leaders. This wasn't just talent, this was character, this was resilience. Frank's hair was now approaching critical mass, but 2 wins down, 3 to go. Win number 3, Manchester United 3-2 Fulham date, February 1st, 2026. This was the game that nearly killed Frank's dream. United were 2-0 up, comfortable, cruising. And then they collapsed. Fulham equalized. 2-2, stoppage time approaching. Everything Frank had endured for nearly 500 days was about to be for nothing. And then Benjamin Šeško scored in stoppage time. The streak survived, barely. This was the relationism game we covered in depth previously. The tactical system worked, but United's defensive lapses nearly undid everything. Frank's hair remained untouched. But now, 3 wins down, 2 to go. Win number 4, Manchester United 2-0 Tottenham Hotspur. Date, February 7th, 2026. This was the moment Frank allowed himself to believe. Tottenham came to Old Trafford, and United controlled the match from start to finish. In the 29th minute, Christian Romero was sent off. A reckless challenge born out of frustration as United's passing clusters broke Spurs' press repeatedly. Playing against 10 men, United didn't panic, they didn't rush. Brian Mbeumo scored, Bruno Fernandes sealed it. 2-0, total control, professional, composed. 4 wins in a row for the first time in 2 years. Frank could practically feel the scissors on his neck. One more win, just one more. And then the universe sent him West Ham. Now let me ask you, if you were Frank, would you have made this bet? And if you had, would you have kept it going for 493 days? Drop your answer in the comments, because I genuinely want to know how stubborn you all are. Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. Manchester United versus West Ham United. This is it, the game for the haircut. And if you know anything about Manchester United, you know this is exactly the type of match they lose. Because West Ham are the perfect banana skin opponent. They're not glamorous, they're not one of the big 6, they don't generate headlines, but they are physical, they are organized. And they absolutely love ruining Manchester United's momentum. Historically, when United are chasing a streak, when the pressure is on, when the fans are expecting a comfortable win, that's when West Ham turn up and spoil the party. And the stakes couldn't be higher. For the team, a 5th consecutive win cements Michael Carrick's position as the permanent manager. It puts United firmly in the top 4 race. It proves this isn't a fluke. For Frank, a win means he finally gets his haircut. Live on stream. After 493 days of looking like a caveman. For the curse, a loss means it continues. Frank's hair keeps growing. And United prove once again that they cannot sustain momentum. And here's the brutal reality. Every single time Frank has gotten close, 3 wins, 4 wins, United have collapsed against a team they should beat. The comments sections across social media are already screaming, "Don't jinx it, Frank." Because everyone knows, everyone feels it. This is the exact type of match United lose. West Ham will sit deep, they'll frustrate United, they'll hit on the counter. And if United aren't careful, Frank's suffering continues. But here's the twist that changes everything. This isn't the same Manchester United that Frank made the bet against. The United of October 2024, they were chaotic, disorganized, tactically confused. That team loses to West Ham every single time. But the United under Michael Carrick, they've just beaten Manchester City, Arsenal, and Tottenham in consecutive matches. They've implemented a system, relationism, that's working. They have players who understand their roles, a manager who's restored tactical clarity, a defense that's finally solid. This isn't the cursed United of the last 2 years. This is a team that's found identity again. And that's why Tuesday isn't just about Frank's haircut. It's about whether United have genuinely turned a corner, whether Carrick has actually fixed the structural problems that plagued every manager since Ferguson. If they beat West Ham, it's not just 5 wins in a row, it's proof that the curse is broken. So here we are, 493 days, 1 fan, 1 ridiculous bet, 1 final match. Frank Ilett made a promise in October 2024 that he thought would last a few weeks. Instead, it's lasted nearly 17 months. He's become a living symbol of Manchester United's inability to build momentum, a walking reminder of just how broken this club has been post-Ferguson. But Michael Carrick has delivered 4 consecutive wins. Against City, against Arsenal, against Tottenham. 1 more victory and Frank finally sees a barber. 1 more victory and the 500-day curse is broken. But standing in the way is West Ham, the ultimate banana skin, the team that loves ruining United's party. The question isn't just, can Carrick beat West Ham? The question is Frank Ilett finally going to see his own ears again? We find out on Tuesday. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Manchester United will beat West Ham and end Frank's suffering? Or is this curse destined to continue? And here's the more important question. If Frank had made this bet about your club, would they have gotten 5 wins in a row by now? Drop your predictions in the comments right now. Let's see who believes and who thinks the curse continues. If this story made you laugh, cringe, or feel sympathy for Frank's ridiculous situation, subscribe to Cyberboot immediately and turn on notifications. Hit that like button if you think Frank deserves a haircut after 493 days of commitment. Share this with any Manchester United fans suffering through this curse with him. And remember, sometimes the most entertaining stories in football have nothing to do with trophies. This is Cyberboot. We'll see you after the West Ham match to find out if Frank finally gets his haircut.